Hello, I'm Eject1, and welcome to another episode inside of my survival world. And in this video, we are on episode 50. And firstly, I would like to apologize for not uploading for a while. Life has just gotten in the way. It's been super busy. But, yeah, anyways, we are going to go ahead and start this world tour. And I haven't had a lot of time to really work on this world. I did lose a little bit of motivation to work on this world, but, and I also was playing a bunch of Fallout 4. Really got into that game, so they kind of took hold over this, and yeah. But so there are some things that are not done, including primarily the wheat fields, but we'll get into that. But anyways, this episode we are going to be doing a world tour of what we have so far in this world, and yeah. So not everything is done, and there are some things I need to work on. But yeah, and if you guys want to check out this world, I will leave a world download link down in the description. You guys can download and check it out if you want. It is Java only, but yeah. Hopefully you guys still like it if you guys do check it out. Anyways, let's get on with this world tour, shall we? So the first thing is we'll start off with this house. And this is one of the first things we worked on in the world. There was a little house right here in the beginning, but I did upgrade to this. And as you can see, it's a very simple house, and it's got all the amenities that one would need. We have a little entryway, and we have the map. I think this is the original map, is it? Yeah, it's original. I don't have this locked yet. Yeah, I don't have this locked. Where is it? Which way does it go? I think it goes there. I think that works. Yeah. So, or I'll sort that out later. So essentially, this is so yeah. So that's just the map of it. It's kind of empty there, but that's fine. I did not lock it. It is it can be updated, but anyways, what am I? I'm worried about this map. Whatever. Anyways, so you come into here and you meet one of the dogs. He basically just guards the front door, so no one gets in. You know, I get in all the time. And firstly, when you come in here, you see that we have this little kitchen area, and then you have this entire little TV set up, and it's a pretty nice little area. And it's supposed to be a very simple, put together house. I didn't want to spend too much time on it because I just wanted to look nice, but be something simple to come in and get work done. Nothing in this chest, but you do have the bedroom here. And yeah, so it's a very simple T-shaped little house. But we can also head up here, and you can see that there is the storage room. It has a bunch of storage things, and I do tend to store stuff here. And it is kind of organized, but kind of a mess, just like an attic should be. And there are some windows, so you can kind of look out. I just thought it was a really cool feature. And then we can come down here, and we have my horse stall. My horse is facing into the shelves. But yeah, and this is going to be something later. And my horse is doing sort of a dance. Looks like he's stuck. Can I get... No, that's not what I wanted. Maybe we'll ride you later. But yeah, so there is the house. Just a quick overview of the house. I mean, you guys have seen this in every episode, so nothing new, I believe. But if we come out here, we'll start with this area. I'll work our way. So this is the wheat field, or one of the main wheat fields. And as you can see, I was going to put in more, but I decided just to get this video out and get it going because it's been long enough since I've uploaded. So there are some things that need to be filled in, but I will fill those in over time. But yeah, it is pretty expansive, and there is a lot of wheat here. And so, yeah, it's a pretty good size wheat field. Eventually, this whole thing will be covered in wheat, but I figure for now it's a good enough spot to record. Now, if you come over here, you'll see that I did make this Torii gate. And, yeah, it goes into this little staircase, and this staircase goes into what is the Zen Garden. And this is not complete, but it's not meant to be complete at all. This is something that I can work on over time, and it looks nice. And you can come down here into this cave, which is sort of part of the path. And you can come in here, and you can see that there is a bunch of yeah, it looks like it's incomplete, and it kind of is, but this is just something that is going to be worked on over time. But I do have a bunch of bridges and stuff and some pathways to kind of make it, kind of make it look a little peaceful and such. And I do have a aquarium to kind of help with that, and one of those little peaceful water things that, yeah, I think it looks really good. And then if we come over here, there's this nice little tree, but then you can come under here, and this goes right underneath the waterfall. And so that way you can have like a nice little exploring thing. I just thought that'd be really nice. And there is a little thing here. Well, actually, it might be something later. But I think it looks really nice. I think it's a interesting concept. And then we can just go back up. And if we continue on our journey, then if we continue, you can see we come over here, and this isn't really complete oh, I heard that. So this is what will be this will be the ore processing area for iron and such. And I just designed it to be really simple and just something to fill a need, just to build something. And I thought it was pretty cool. And you can see I did try to add a little bit of floor detailing, make it look like there's some cinders and ashes all over. But I think it was really cool, and I do really like this big cauldron sort of piece that looks like it just dips in here. I just think it's a really cool feature. And then if we come over here, this is the bridge. I believe this is one of the last things we worked on, actually. And this is meant to be the bridge that connects there. And eventually we will build out to there, because I believe that direction is where the savannah is for my armadillo stuff. But you can see that we have this nice big bridge. I've not figured out what I want to do with this area yet. I'll probably just leave it for now. We have this, and then it also spans across to there. And I thought that looked really nice. And it just goes all the way across to there. So now, let me eat some bread. And then if we come over here, this is just my... Ooh, I need to get a bed soon. But you can see that this is my... a mine shaft. And this just goes all the way down, and I will take it down. And I did do some mining. And I wasn't trying to find any more diamonds, but I did happen to come across some more. I did start digging down here, and there is some diamond patches down here. So there's one there, and there's probably one down there, I think. So there's a good amount of diamonds that I have found. I have not dug them up. I figured I'd leave them for you guys if you do the world download. This is sectioned off because mobs spawn here like crazy and ambush me, and I don't want to deal with that. So I've kind of blocked that area off, and that connects right up to it as well. And there are some diamonds I've not dug up yet either. But yeah, you can see this is part of the whole cave network. I just think it's a really cool idea. And then I have these that go all the way down. So let's head back up to the top. Try to get on this ladder. So yeah, I think that looks really... Yeah, I was going to do something with this area before the world download, but again, life just got busy, so that's why I've kind of been neglecting things. Let's climb up this ladder. It is kind of slow, but I think it works. Let me get my sword because I'm going to need this. Because it is nighttime, unfortunately. Oh no, spider. Okay. So now we'll continue on this way, and I guess we'll head towards the town. I don't have a spare bed on me. This goes down to one of the first caves that I found, or one of the early ones. And this just goes down here, and you can see that there's... You know, this is kind of the areas I started digging out for andesite and such. And things that are just some starting materials. And yeah, and I decided to, instead of covering it up, I decided to embrace it and make it integrate it into the rest of the area. So now we can head across, and this is probably one of my favorite builds of this area, is actually these bridges. And they are simple, but I do like them. And there's another one over there as well. And I just think it looks really nice. And this is the area where the fields kind of have stopped being made, but I will add more later on in the future. And before we head that way, let's go to bed really quick, because it is pretty unsafe out here. No spider, no spider. Okay. So now, just go to sleep really quick. Hopefully those mobs are, well, they'll be easier to deal with. Okay, anyways, let's continue on this. And I guess, actually, before we continue that way, let's go this way. And I'm not going to go in it this time, just because it's already been shown on camera. But if we go down this way, down this path, you'll see that we have this nice bridge that's actually different from the other ones. And it is pretty well lit up, I guess, but this is just so I can connect up to my mine. Now, this was originally my andesite mine. But, yeah, originally this was where I got a bunch of andesite, and there probably is still some down here. But eventually it ran out, so I've just been using it for other materials. And, yeah, so there's really not much here. But I just thought it'd be really cool to have some kind of path that leads up to here and make it sort of like it's kind of abandoned, but not really. So I just thought it'd be really cool. And then if we go across, and you can see I still have the sugarcane. I think I'll leave it up for a while. But if we go this way, and you can see we have all three of these bridges. I really do like them. They're really simple, but they're really cool. And then if we come here, we have the we have this. This is for a certain thing. This is for a certain thing later. Not in this episode, though. Probably in the next episode or so. Maybe. I don't know. But if we come here, this is the entrance to the museum. And to get to the museum, you must go through Butters' butt. Now, if you don't know who Butters is, for anyone who's new watching this, Butters is my sheep from the old survival series that I had. And, yeah, we are currently trying to get him back, but we're working on it. I have a scientist working on that right now. But we'll get into more detail on that later. And I decided to make a museum, and it's sort of like a shrine to him. But anyways, to get into the museum, you have to go through Butters' butt. And there isn't much here right now, but you can see I have my 100 subs placard for when I hit 100 subs, which this is actually, I did this like a long time ago in my old series, but I wanted to carry that over into this world. And then I have the other one set up for the future ones. And this is my 400 subs that I reached about a couple months. I think it's about a month or two ago now. Yeah, almost a month ago. So 400 subs, and I should get back into making YouTube videos because I was well on my way to 500, and I want to get back into that. Plus, I miss making YouTube videos. And then I do have this area. I am still working on the details of this, but I figured I'd show you the museum, and I have been using I have been getting materials from here too to do what I need to do. So now we have that. Let's head back up. It's still a work in progress, but a lot of things here are still a work in progress. You know, it's been almost a month since I've uploaded. But again, I've just been really busy with time with life. So now what we can do is we can go over here, and this goes into another build. Now I will show off that this is the farm. I guess we'll go here first. And you can see that, so if you come over here, I know I'm kind of breaking a lot of pathing things, but it is kind of all over the place. So if you notice over here, you have your, you have my chicken farm. Now originally that was over there, but I decided to move it over here. And that is because I have this silo, and the silo is currently empty, but I will add something to make it holster a bunch of my seeds. So when I go to, yeah, so basically I'll make it to where it holds a bunch of seeds and stuff. And this will essentially be where I store all my seeds. So I'll probably go put these in there now. And that's just so I can breed these guys up and get chickens and eggs out of them. So that's just something I can do with this. Again, the redstone and the mechanical stuff isn't in it yet, but the actual structure is. So that's kind of the important bit to me. And then over here, we have what is the horse farm, and I still have a bunch of materials here. I really got to organize my chests and stuff. But you can see this is where my horse farms are, and there are some spots in the ground, but we have a couple of these guys, and we have these two guys just hanging out just to give some purpose to this otherwise boring barn. So it's a pretty nice looking barn area, and I'm quite happy with it. Now if we take going from here, and we go from there up to over here, this is sort of an older project, but also it has a little bit of nuances to it. This is my sawmill, and you can see it's kind of barren. A lot of these buildings are barren. Yeah, a lot of these buildings are actually barren because they are just kind of things I threw together, and I didn't really think about the interiors just yet. But you can go over here, and this is the newer part. There's still some stuff here. Stuff all over this place. But this is my sawmill. This is where they would process. This is where I process the wood. And you can see we have the log splitter. I just thought that was a really cool detail. And then this area, eventually this would be the storage for where all the wood goes. And I did start putting something there, but it's empty. And then you can see we have sort of a log storage yard. So this is where the logs would be stored while they're waiting to get processed into regular wood. And then you can see we have these two porta potties, and I designed it so. But if you open this one up, you'll see that there's no toilet here, but instead there's a ladder. And if you go down here, you can see this goes into my tree farm. And it's a very primitive tree farm. It's very basic, and it's actually built slightly wrong. But that is a problem for future eject. And so we have that. And if we come over here, we have the sign. And this sign says Wolf's Peak Sawmill. And that's just sort of like, I thought it was a really cool name. I thought it was a cool idea. And they have a little area where it's like for vehicles, if there were vehicles. One would be parked here to load up logs or drop them off. And then this is sort of because if you go that way, that's where I've been gathering up my wood for my forest. And there's basically no forest over there anymore because I dug it all up. But it's called Wolf's Peak because there's actually a wolf here. And he is kind of stuck here for all eternity. I haven't given him a name yet or anything, but I thought it was just kind of a cool idea to name the sawmill after that. So we have that. And now I think we can go ahead and head on into probably the main part of the majority of what I've been working on, which is the town. So if we if we go over here, and I think it's only right if we start from the entrance. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that way I forgot about. I don't think there is. If we climb up here, and there are some stuff with this that aren't done, but I did get a good portion of it done. I do need to add in the walls that section us off so villagers don't fall into the water, because it is kind of dangerous. And this is actually for people who are new to the channel or who don't know. This was originally a actual village, like an original village. You could see there is still like a couple buildings that are like original village buildings. This was originally a village, but I did a transformation to it, and this is the result of it. And it's a nice little town. It's got everything you could ever want, I guess, in a town. You got your little Fletcher guy. You got this guy here who does cartography. And then you got this guy. I don't know what he's doing. And yeah, you got your little. This is supposed to be a post office. So we can have like a mail system here. This is supposed to be a restaurant. And the guy that worked here doesn't work here anymore. I guess because his AI got confused. Or, yeah, his AI. Ooh, golden carrots. Nice. I'll leave it here for you guys. And yeah, so you have a nice little restaurant that no one ever uses. And then you have a little wardrobe shop, a little clothing store, and it's not really decorated yet, but it looks really nice. And then you have this. I don't have any horses for it yet, but this is supposed to be a horse dealership. And then next to that, you have a church. And a lot of these buildings are Now, all these buildings are actually rebuilt from. So most of these buildings here along here are actually rebuilt from an actual village. So this is actually where the old church building used to stand, and I rebuilt it into this. So a lot of these are buildings that were originally here. And then if we come over here, we come into where there was a building, and I turned it into a gas station. And there is something I want to do with this at some point. I just haven't gotten the blocks yet, or I just haven't gotten the materials to do it yet. But this is a gas station, and it's pretty well filled up. The villagers have taken to making these their workstations, and there is some storage here for some stuff. But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking gas station, and it looks just like one you'd see in real life. And here are the pumps, and these pumps are filled with all sorts of stuff. And yeah, so now we go from there. And this is the. Now this is the. What is it called? Now this is your mayor's office. And actually, let's go to sleep again. Let's steal one of their beds. I think we'll go into this house. Just try and keep things from spawning. Okay, so yeah, so continuing on with the tour. Yeah, so basically you have this, and this is your mayor's office. Or this would be City Hall, essentially. Now this was going to have a villager inside of it. Because there was a villager head, and it was sticking out, and I just thought that'd be kind of funny to have over here. But you come over here, and you have your... you come over here, and you have your... I got a frog in my throat, I think. But you'd have your secretary, and you also have your little complaint box. So if you want to complain to the city about problems, well, you can put it there, and they'll address it, I guess. And they come in here, and this is supposed to be the mayor's office. So it's just a really interesting little thing. Just nice, neat, and simple, I guess. I thought that was a creeper. Okay. Now, if we go next to it, this is the hospital. And I'll just go through here. I don't sound too good. Yeah, so here's the hospital. And this is, you got a nice little kiosk. And you got a security desk. You got a nice little waiting room for patients. Or for, not patients, but for people that know the patients to get in. But if you come up here, you can see that this is the elevator. And this is sort of the floors where you got the nurses that kind of wait and do their job. You got some rooms that are for patients. I will say that this hospital is pretty low budget right now because it's one of the things I forgot to work on. But basically, you've got this, and this is supposed to be a police station. And yeah, so basically, yeah, so essentially there's supposed to be a villager in here, but he's not in here right now. But you have him, then you have another villager that would stand right here and, you know, make sure he doesn't escape. And this is supposed to be the spot for a police horse, because we don't have cars in Minecraft. So you have that, and then this, I believe, is supposed to be a bank. And you can say, yeah, so the details in this town and in this area in general are pretty basic, but hopefully get across what's supposed to be going on here. This is supposed to be a bank, so you get your little bank teller area, and you got a few chairs. And then you have your chest where they store keys, whatever, and this is supposed to be the vault. There's nothing in there right now, but maybe there will be in the future. So I've got that. Now, the other thing we have is, if we come down this way, you actually have your housing area, and this is where the people live. So you've got your houses, and this is the first house we built. And it's pretty good. I think I like it. And then everything else is around here. The villagers haven't quite accepted that this is where they live now instead of living down there. But that'll be a problem for future me as well. And then we come over here, and I think this is one of the last. This is like the last thing I worked on in this world, I think, or so far, which is this is a train station, and you might have noticed these earlier that go down by the sawmill. This actually eventually will link up to something. I'm not sure what. There aren't tracks here yet because I don't have any iron. But you can see that, yeah, it's just sort of a little metro style kind of thing. And I think that looks really good. I think it works for what we're going for. And, yeah, so now we go from there and we can go to kind of and a lot of the villagers are actually underground still. They haven't figured out. Yeah, a lot of villagers underground. I think if they're still alive, hopefully they are. But yeah, there's villagers underground, and they are all set up to. Are they alive? Hang on, let's go see if they're alive. Let's set this up here. I don't think they are. Iron Golem. It's a little detour from the world tour, I know, but are most of the villagers dead? Well, this can't be good. There's that I forgot a long time ago. Yeah, the villagers might not be so much alive, I just realized. Anyways, that's beside the point. He's still down here, so I guess that's a thing. I'll have to fix that in the future. Maybe. And this wall I haven't worked on. You see it's kind of in pieces, but I just haven't worked on it. But now we can go up here, and this is where the path sort of ends. But if you come up here, and this is another area I've been mining out. I'll show off this as a mine. This is where I've been getting, this is actually the new area where I've been getting a bunch of andesite. And you can see there is a ton of it, which is a really good find. And there is some stuff in here. But yeah, so I've been digging this out for iron and other materials. Now, if we want to go up here. And now we can climb this. And this, I do have to make the path that comes up here, but. And I believe this got reworked between episodes. From the episode I filmed it. But this is my science lab. This is where, as I mentioned earlier, we are trying to find a missing sheep named Butters. And we have hired a fisherman to do a scientist job. which I'm pretty sure will bode over well. But yeah, I gave him plenty of room to work and do his job, and he's got plenty of light, so hopefully he'll be able to do the job. He seems to be very busy. Yeah. Then we have this tree, but if we ignore that tree, we can see that this guy has been busy. I did notice this in the last episode actually, but he has this rocket, and it looks like it's not done yet, but I'm sure he'll finish it soon. Looks like it needs some rocket fuel. But yeah, and I don't know what his plan is, if he thinks this is the way to get Butters back, but we'll have to talk to him about that soon. But yeah, and I do need to rework that a little bit, but it is a nice looking science lab. And if we go up here, he has a nice little balcony, so if he needs to take a break and get some fresh air, he can do that and just have a look outside. You know, he likes to walk around and climb on the roof. I guess that I'm not a scientist, so I don't know how scientists do their research thing. But yeah, so everything's not, a lot of things aren't done, but I am quite happy with this, and I'm happy enough to make this into a world tour and world download. Plus, it's been quite a while since I made a video, so I know a lot of you have you guys probably wondered, oh, did Eject just up and quit YouTube? No, that's not happening. Life just got busy. It got in the way. And I just haven't had time to work on not just YouTube, but also Minecraft in general. So there are some things that need to be worked on. I hope he's not the only one left. Because if he's the only one left, we got a major problem. I hope you understand that you can't save souls in an empty church, buddy. Okay, I guess he understands. But yeah, so that's just where I've been for the past few. That's just where I've been for the past few days, or for the past few weeks that I have not uploaded. And I do apologize, guys. I know you guys want to see what I'm up to and see how things are going over here. And yeah, but hopefully I'm gonna get back to making content full time again, like I was before. And I really want to get back into that. And yeah. And there are some things, like I said, are unfinished, but I think it's done enough for the world download. That might be one issue I had fixed before I do that. But aside from that, I think this is a pretty good setup. But anyways, guys, and this is the last area I worked on today. I actually just finished this today, which is the walls that go down here. And I think the only thing I need to work on is getting this. And that's like the only spot left, just so it all connects. Because this is meant to be where all the waterways are interconnected, so you could just travel through this whole thing. But yeah, I think it's a pretty good spot to call this the end of the episode. I do want to apologize for not uploading and being away for so long. I know you guys probably missed the series, and you guys want to see where this is going. And yeah, so I do apologize, but I will be getting back to making episodes full time again. And oh, there is a no, but it's the same guy. Okay, so yeah, we do have a major villager issue, but that's a problem for future eject. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and hopefully I see you in the next one, which should be uploaded not right after this one, but should be uploaded the day after this one, as I want to get back to the same schedule I was at before, uploading every single day. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as per usual, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, because it does mean a lot to me and it does help out the channel. And I will be getting back to making videos full time. And yeah, this town is also called the Colony of Oak Woods. That was actually a name suggested to me by someone from my Discord. Which, by the way, if you're not a part of my Discord, what are you doing? Go join that. We're not too active on there. It's been kind of dead over there, but yeah, you can stay up to date with what's going on. I haven't updated them at all yet, but I'll update here on YouTube that I've just been busy. But anyways, aside from that, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help out the channel. And yeah, so yeah, join the Discord. Join my Twitter. And yeah, anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to say or point out. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get back to uploading full time like I was before. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And until my next video, guys, I'm Eject1, and you have been ejected.